Welcome to the ninth episode of the Eye on Asia podcast. My name is Lei, and I'm here in Manila with Joko today to bring you the latest market research news and trends in Asia.
Hello, how's everyone? I can't wait for our interview segment today because this time we will discuss the Asian panel with dataSpring's panel team. This will be a very educational episode for market researchers. Let's get this show started and talk about the latest Asian news feature. The latest update of the annual ranking of the world's most livable cities was recently released by the Economist Intelligence Unit, or the EIU, a sister organization of The Economist. The 2022 Global Livability Index ranked 172 countries worldwide based on factors such as healthcare, crime rates, political stability, infrastructure, and access to green space. Do you want to know how Asian cities fared this time?
Sure, but let me guess. Do Japanese and Korean cities rank the highest in Asia?
Osaka ranked as the most livable Asian city with a score of 95.1. Tokyo ranked second with a score of 94.6. Japan has great cities, but when you look at the bigger picture, once you look at how Asian cities fared in general, the results are dismal. The average score of Asian cities featured in the study is just 69 points, which pales in comparison to 91 points for Western European cities and 88 points for North American cities.
I think I understand why this happened. For most Asian cities, recovery from COVID-19 is far from complete. And coupled with the energy and food crisis caused by the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe, it will take some time for Asian countries to recover.
That's true. Take China, for example, where millions of its citizens have faced tough lockdowns in the past few months. The rankings of all 8 cities included in the list fell considerably. Overall, the average rating of Asian cities included in the rankings improved by just 1.3 points from last year, compared to the 7.9-point rise for Western European cities and 5.4-point rise for North American cities. Asian cities scored lagged behind their average pre-pandemic numbers in all categories except infrastructure, which was not affected entirely by the pandemic.
That's not very good news for Asian cities, especially as energy prices continue to soar and climate change wreaks havoc across the globe.
Do our listeners agree with the study results? Did Asian cities fare worse than Western countries in the past 12 months? Feel free to comment on our social media. Did you know? There are 2 popular payment platform brands in China. Chinese consumers have become more active shopping both offline and online these days. Businesses are also quick on their feet to adapt to any new trends in their industries. But the style or taste of the Chinese consumers is not the only one to have undergone tremendous change. Their payment methods have also drastically changed. Today, Chinese consumers have multiple payment methods available to them when shopping. So we asked our panelists in China, what payment methods do they usually use when shopping? Here are their answers. The most used payment method for our Chinese panel is WeChat, followed closely by Alipay. Looks like Chinese consumers prefer third-party payment platforms that are well-known and versatile. Get to know more about people in Asia with dataSpring. In our previous interview with the Springer segment, we had guests coming from the sales and operations teams from dataSpring. In this episode, we'd like to mix it up a bit and invite team members from dataSpring's panel team.
Our fifth and sixth guests will be here to give us a background on panel sampling and curation. Let's all welcome dataSpring's Senior Panel Development Manager, Semee Park, and dataSpring's Product Manager, Ahram Cho.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here.
Hi, I'm Ahram from dataSpring panel team in Korea. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for inviting here.
It's great to have you both. Welcome to the Eye on Asia podcast, Semee and Ahram. Thank you for joining us today. A lot of listeners are interested to know more about dataSpring's panel. Let's start the interview. So, Semee, could you please explain how dataSpring builds its proprietary panel?
As a tech-driven market research company, our ever-growing proprietary panel are regularly locally through SNS, search engine, and online advertising. We use a double opt-in process and strict registration measures are in place to ensure ID verification. Our team, in-house engineer and local panel manager make sure that the answer data comes from the most secure source.
Then where does dataSpring get its panel? I'd like to address this question to Ahram.
We have three panel sources. Firstly, proprietary panels. As Semee mentioned, our ever-growing proprietary panels are recruited locally through SNS, search engines, and online advertising. dataSpring manages panelist engagement through our local language platforms. Secondly, API integration. Surveillance Partner is an API platform that integrates verified partner panels into our system. With this platform, we can provide an expansive network of respondents instantaneously and offer partner an opportunity to monetize their panels. We partner with various media companies, including shopping websites and mobile applications, as well as other panel suppliers. Thirdly, third-party procurement. We use the industry standard practice of working with third parties when more respondents are needed to fill certain project quotas. Even though these local and global partners are not part of our API, rest assured that we put them through a rigorous screening process and evaluate their performance to ensure panel health and data quality.
This question is for Ahram. How does dataSpring curate and maintain the quality of its Asian panel?
We use a double opt-in process and strict registration measures that include validation of personal ID or physical address, as well as IP check, to ensure that respondents are correctly profiled. Our panelists are required to pass the following screening methods to get verified: CAPTCHA and duplication screening tools, panel qualifying surveys, profile detail approval, blacklisting, and project-based quality rejection. In addition, internal quality checks are regularly conducted to eliminate speeders, screenliners, and respondents who give inconsistent information. These checks can be conducted manually for better quality control. Panelists that undergo the third rejection will be rendered inactive, while verified panelists will be updated regularly with monthly survey tutorials.
Semee, there may be listeners who are panel providers as well. Is there a way for them to become panel partners with dataSpring?
We have surveillance partners, as Ahram mentioned, API platform product connecting to the panel provider. They can integrate their panels into our surveillance partner system. With this platform, we verify the partner panel and can provide you with huge network of respondents and offer partners an opportunity to monetize their panels. API panel quality checks are ensured through the registration, quality check surveys, partner evaluations, and partner feedback.
Okay, thank you, Semee and Ahram. Before we end our interview, would you like to send a shout out or closing message to our listeners?
Asian online research panels are growing quickly and are becoming more reliable and cost effective. We have extensive coverage and targeted profiling for your Asian research needs, with more than 2 million panelists across 12 target Asian countries and 47 plus target profile for the B2C, B2B, and medical categories. You can read targeted consumers through dataSpring to suit our Asian online and mobile samples and one-stop market research solutions. dataSpring is always welcome to be your partner and panel provider. Thank you.
Thank you for having us here. See you soon.
Thank you for spending time with us, Semee and Ahram. It's great to know more about dataSpring's Asian panel. For everyone interested in conducting market research projects with dataSpring, you can contact dataSpring's panel team to discuss your plans.
Thanks, Semee and Ahram. If you want to know more about dataSpring, you can contact us through our email, contact@dataspring.com. For panel inquiries, you can contact them through services@dataspring.com. You can also visit our website, dataspring.com. That's DASPRING.com. Our sales teams are available 24/7 to answer all your questions. You can also check out our social media for our latest updates. Just type in dataSpring in the search box on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter.
That's all we have for today's episode. We hope you learned something new and interesting about dataSpring and market research in Asia. Keep posted for our next episode next month. Bye for now.